The way
Nah,
she kind
Chris, it's your top see-through, bro. Shut up, don't chat to me.
Hey.
Some man with a see-through top chatting to be live, bro.
Hey, man says George Michael. Matting now.
My guy, it makes my arms look 1 minute. What can I say, cuz?
Wear a regular vest if you want to do that. What the fuck?
Yo, yeah, I think that's making everything up. Yeah, it's recording. Nah, it's not recording on camera. I'm just saying, nah, it is.
Embarrass me, but then I'll take it off and I can embarrass all of you. So, what do you
I mean, we would, bruv.
Chris. Hey.
What I miss?
Chris is
make my
wearing
arms look wham, fam? That's all I need to know.
a fresh t-shirt to the gym. Dog, what the fuck is that?
Wait, you wore that to the gym?
Huh?
Wait,
You went out the YMCA, bro.
I mean, I don't know what you do. So, what you go to the gym to do styles instead of work out?
Gym to work out, not put a show on for other niggas, bro. What the fuck?
I mean, you say that, yeah, but like, I'm not entertaining nobody. You get me? If you're entertained, that's you. That's a you problem, fam.
That's funny, bruv.
oh, you wore the see-through top, the see-through top to the
My guy, and first of all, I can't believe I'm gonna say this here, but it's breathable, fam. It's the best thing to wear to the gym, man.
Big man. There's
Fam.
lots of things that are dry fit. There's lots of things that
Oh,
are
really?
a regular.
Nah, alright. Do you know what it is? I'm not the kind of guy that buys like gym clothing. I just wear old shit to the gym. Shit, I don't wear out no more. I swear I wear to the gym.
You wore that out. You went to the club.
I pulled as well, fam. That's the funny thing.
Man said you did what? Nah, that's hey, nah, Tevin, that's something you see on Milan Fashion Week, bro. Virgil,
Nah, bro. You
Virgil,
doing
that.
the right chicks in the club, fam. Man doing Terry Crews with a whistle.
Hey, fam, if I could look like Terry Crews, I'll do anything, bruv.
I hope we don't turn into him, though, bruv.
Yeah, I can't lie. That guy's a queen still. But yeah.
And it pains me, bruv, because I used to love that guy, fam.
Yeah, man. It's a damn shame.
Him and, Everybody Hates Chris, surprisingly.
He was legend. We loved
That
him.
was elite still. Everybody hates Chris.
Oh, mate, man.
Yes, people. Yo. Part-timers back again. Clocked in and that, you know. Wegz is clocked in. Tevin clocked in. Chris is
Always.
clocked in. Daniel's clocked in with the beard. Hey, looking wavy. Come on, my guy. How?
I was not gonna talk about his beard off the jump, bro.
I
Where
don't
did that even come from, bro?
because you know
That's
why,
jealousy.
Daniel. I have a lack of.
Like, I haven't had a
lack of
beard
beard.
for years, bro. Imagine with the beard, like.
I'm finished.
It's funny because you could imagine writing that down, Daniel, and open bracket with the beard, close bracket.
That's like me saying, yo, shout out Dwain with the glasses. Like, everyone knows you're blind, man. So you don't need to say it.
You see, I was complimenting, you know, how shiny the beard was looking. You want to attack my eyesight, bro. I don't know how we got here, fam.
I can't lie, the smoke is raining freely today, fam. I got Chris
Hey,
earlier
bro,
on
what's
before we
that?
started, but fucking hell.
Seconds in.
Set the tone. Wegz, what you got for us, man?
I mean,
You're up to
I
shoot
was
now.
gonna ask. I was gonna ask how you lot are doing, but fuck y'all. No, I'm joking.
What a sad little life, mate. What a
Yeah.
sad little life.
Well, no, on the road. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing this week? How?
We're good.
Yeah, man.
For September, I'm all right. It's been a long year.
Trust.
Yeah.
It has actually been a crazy, crazy year. Do you know what I realized the other day? I was scrolling on Twitter and somebody posted something that we were nearly in a world war 7 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how long this year has been and how much stupidness has happened, fam? Like,
You know what's funny? I remember that day on Twitter as well when Twitter was letting it off, bruv. Hella jokes.
people memes, fam. I'm like, this is how we know we don't take nothing seriously, boy. People like war was pending and people just letting the jokes rain, fam.
The jokes ring off, bruv. Anything for clout, right?
Trust me. Yeah. But you know what? At least they were making them used to the internet, boy, because if the world war begins, everybody's in bunkers doing nothing at home, boy. The same as we're doing right now.
We just done that, for real. We've been doing that, regardless
Yeah,
of war or not.
Someone must have tweeted shout out to Black Mirror this season because you know they didn't film it, but we're experiencing it on another level. Like this is the new season, we're actually living it, bro. I said
A new interactive experience, boy.
man, I live in a series of Black Mirror right now, man.
Trust.
It's mad, but as you said, it's been a crazy year. Bro, 28th of August, we lost Black Panther man like Chadwick Boseman, which was so surprising, bro. Like I couldn't believe the news. Like my sister stormed into my room. I said, Chadwick Boseman's dead. I said, what? T'Challa? Like 21 Bridges? I said, nah, it can't be. But obviously, then we found out more information that obviously he had colon cancer. He'd been diagnosed in 2016, and yeah, man, it's fucked. We've lost Kobe this year. You know, we've lost a lot of people this year, and Chadwick Boseman is here, and we're still in September. More shit could happen, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just fucked. Like, how did you, man, find out about the news, and what kind of impact do you feel like he had, and that his death is going to have as well?
Man.
Does anyone want to go first?
Nah, good, man. Good.
It was mine. So I literally, you know, when you wake up in the morning and you just check your phone, innit? And these times you don't even really rub the sleep out your eyes, you just check your phone. I woke up, first thing I just check, Chadwick. I see it. The first thing I see, first story I see, RIP Chadwick Boseman. I'm like, what is going on? So obviously I found out a bit more. And it was overwhelming. Obviously Chadwick passed, and, you know, can't even overstate how peak that is. But I just feel like it's just so many people that like I would have said that what their art was, I built a connection to their art. Do you get me? So I'm thinking back to like Kobe, Pop Smoke. Obviously now Chadwick is like, you know, you don't even realize the connection you built to their art until they're gone. And it's when they're gone, you're like, yo, fuck, I didn't actually realize like how deep it was. And then even like just kind of the story, man, you know, the first kind of black superhero, like obviously none of us are children, but it all kind of meant a lot to us, just be able to like have someone in them echelons there to say, yeah, that's our guy, do you know what I mean? And to think that my guy's just gone now, it was for me, I just found it kind of overwhelming. Like, and then when you factor that in with everyone else we've lost as well this year, yeah, man, it was tough to take, I'm not gonna lie, it was.
Yeah, no, for real. I mean, I'll be honest, like for me, I haven't really even tweeted or said anything about RIP yet, because I feel like it hasn't settled in properly, if I'm honest, man. I don't want to accept it, do you know what I mean? Like, I know, like Chris said, it's not as much as we're not children. I remember like when Black Panther was first coming out, I remember like as a grown man, I was excited to go to the cinema and see a superhero film. Like I felt that genuine excitement, let alone to other millions of kids who had never seen anything like this. And you know what I mean? All the kids that had the Black Panther masks and everything that came on and everything after that. And it's like, being a Marvel fan myself, this is something I'd known about or I'd wanted to see for a long time. And to actually see it to fruition was crazy. Like the fact that even just one of them was made and it was as good as it was amazing. And like, even not to put down any of his other work, I watched The Five Bloods as well, man. I love that film. Like he was really a talent. He was a really, really, really talented man. And one of the greatest things is like, he was just so humble and like, the humility that he showed to people that he works with and just being gracious to everybody around him. Like he was truly somebody who wanted everyone to win. And it's sad to see people like that go, especially at a young age like that as well, which is another thing that really hit me, because it's like, bro, you really never know when it's time to go, man.
Never, man.
So everything you were saying, I got next week, I got next year to do it now, man. Because you never really know, man. That's like true. Make your mark while you're around in the time that you've got. But yeah, man. RIP to Chadwick Boseman, man. It's crazy.
For real. I felt, I was, like Chris said, and like you said, Tevin, Dwain, I felt the shock waking up and realizing, I was like, raw, like, where did this come from? Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, he's not that old. Like, before you found out about his colon cancer, and I was just in shock in the fact that when it started, the stuff fell out of place, and it was falling. The news was falling out, I should say. And I saw that he had cancer for 4 years. And then there started to be like, in the 4 years, he was doing Civil War, obviously Black Panther in that time. Five Bloods, as you said, I haven't watched it, but I heard it's a good film. Like Endgame, like the fact that he was doing all of this work in the space of 4 years. Like he was obviously doing work before that, but for me, his first standout thing was when he jumped on Civil War, and when he did obviously Black Panther to the extremities that it popped off for. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, bruv, even with this health condition that he was fighting, to put in that amount of work and to keep it so low key, I was very surprised, and like, more power to him. He's done an amazing job, and he's a legend that will never be forgotten for all the work that he's done for, I'd say, black children, to power them up and make them feel like they've got a superhero to look forward to. So yeah, R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah,
Dan?
you man said it well. He's obviously was an amazing talent, not just obviously Black Panther and that. His portrayal of James Brown was
amazing.
superb.
Yeah.
Like that's an amazing performance, and he was, like I said, a great talent. And like Wegz alluded to, the fact that he was resilient to what he was going through and was able to do such things is inspiring and just insane, really. And it's a great shock, and to keep that to yourself is just amazing. Like it's such a sad thing to lose, and obviously my heart goes out to his family and everyone, and I know it's a big loss for people around the world, and just frankly it's scary how many people we're losing, like in terms of the entertainment industry. Because I remember there was a long period where obviously there was loads of talk about Tupac and Biggie, but growing up I felt like no one I enjoyed in the entertainment industry, there was really no one really passed away, or there was no real big passed away for a long time.
Sudden shocks.
And then the last few years, it's been like you've got Nipsey, you had Mac Miller, you had Juice WRLD, you had Pop Smoke, Cadet,
Kobe.
Kobe,
lots of icons.
Like it's like insane. So it's worrying. Like I don't know what's going on right now, but I said,
on like a somewhat
their legacy will live on, innit? Sorry.
No, for sure.
No, that's basically what I was going to reiterate, innit? Like, I think Dwain said it to me earlier, innit? It's like, you never really know when your time is, but obviously you want to believe that the time you were here, you did something and you left a legacy behind. And I think, as sad as it is that he died so young, I think it was like 43, they passed.
42.
On the happier side, like he left a legacy. Like it seemed like he touched a lot of people. And I think, it's very easy to actually just think about like what you want to get in life. I think that was one thing that I kind of picked up of it. It's so easy. We always say, I want this, man. I want to be able to get this house. I want to be able to do this nice car.
Yeah,
but like,
it don't matter, man. None of that matters.
What's the memory of you that people are leaving? And I think that's, if there's one lesson I can take from that whole thing, it's like, there's more to life than just chasing a status and chasing materialistic things. Like, when you die, do the people that you leave behind have good things to say about you? Are there people that you leave behind that, felt inspired by you? And I feel like definitely something like to take away from, innit? Because, from the sounds of it, he inspired bare people, man. Like, how many people can really say they did that?
And yeah, even adding on to that, as you said, it's like what Daniel said as well about how just legacy leaves on and how important legacy is. And the fact that, I think Sideman said it in his reviews, like when you now found out that he was going through colon cancer and making movies, it's like you're watching 2 movies at a time. So you're obviously seeing him portrayal, and as Dan said, like his portrayal of James Brown was like phenomenal. Even his Jackie Robinson film as well, like he's a talented, like he's an artist, like he takes his craft like very seriously. So for him to have that effect on kids with what he was going through, it just kind of shows selflessness in it. Like as much as people want to be selfish and whatnot, when you're doing stuff for other people, the energy you're going to put out, the legacy will live on. Like he's inspired young kids, as we didn't really see that growing up as per se, but for him to represent that, I'm happy like the young black kids have seen that and they have that memory to cherish on. So yeah, man, it goes back to what you said, like Chris, like nothing really matters apart from loving your people and just putting the gifts that you've been given to just to put back out into other people, because that's what really matters at the end of the day. But yeah, man, R.I.P. Chadwick, man. Sad, man. Sad. We've lost a guy, he wore 42 for Jackie Robinson. We lost 24 Kobe as well, man. Like, it's crazy. Like 2020 has been a mad year, man. It's been a mad year.
Boy,
and we still ain't hit the headline yet. We still got, we're in the last quarter, bruv. Like, what else? You always think, what else can happen next? Is like, bruv. Like
I don't even want to know.
I will never forget, me thinking back to New Year's Day on 2020 and me screaming, fuck 2019. 2019. Bro, do you know what I would do for 2019 back? Like,
I think we all felt that way, boy.
There was where it's like, that did not age well. When I go back and watch that video, it did not age well.
Nah, it's true still. Because I know, like, the last 6 months, I was like, bro, I'm done with this year, man. I need to start afresh. And I'm like, you know what? Things weren't that bad, It wasn't even that bad, It was all right, It was all right.
Bro. But yeah, man, but I did. It's mad. Just even on the I was saying this to Chris the day that he passed, just the impact of Black Panther, because I compare it. You know how obviously the mainstream would like dress up for like Star Trek and Star Wars.
Like, bro, Black Panther, people were dressing up for Black Panther, you know. Like, the impact was huge, and it shouldn't be like understated. Like, but I just remember that time, like, it was wild. Like, grown adults were dressing up in like attire, and bro, like, yeah, it was mad, man.
I just remember calling everyone colonizers, bro, for a couple of weeks.
Warrior.
Colonizer, man.
Warrior.
That's the Letitia rap for that one.
Boy,
yeah,
man, it's upsetting, man. But you try and take the positives from everything, innit?
Yeah, man. Selflessness, self-love, and just gotta do shit for your people and legacy, innit?
Nah, for real, man. But you know what? Talking about legacies and people doing things for your people, there's another rapper who is speaking about the same type of stuff who dropped something recently. I don't know if you guys have listened to it or you definitely listened to it. I don't know why I said that.
No.
Talking about Nines, his new album, Crabs in a Bucket. And yeah, man, he's another artist as well. We all know about, and he's preaching a lot on this album, and a lot about it. A lot of the marketing drive has been about giving back to other people and stuff like that. What did you guys think of the album?
I liked it. I think Nines, you know what you're gonna get from Nines, but even as Tevin said, with this album, there was like a specific topic that he was speaking on. It's not like he hasn't spoken on stuff like this before, but yeah, he was just chatting real shit. I think the visual thing that he released, is that still Crabs in the Bucket as well? The visual little film that he put out. I said that again.
I thought you were talking about Clout. My bad.
It was.
No. Hey, Wegz, you know what you were doing there.
No.
No, I'm joking.
I can't even lie.
Wegz was trying to draw you out.
I can't even lie.
I didn't do anything.
I said the visual. I didn't say the music video.
I haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched it yet. Sorry, I only saw the video.
I was slightly upset.
You know that bit in Avengers where everyone's like doing the looking around. Like, this is basically time like, I was just watching the faces of everybody. Yeah? Everyone's holding back something.
I got something to say still. I can't lie, bro. I was gonna say fucking. I was surprised. I was slightly disappointed. I didn't see a Dwain diss track on here, boy. That's what I was waiting for, man.
Boy.
Hey, man. Hey, that ain't got to cover, man. I'm the least of his. Listening to the album, I'm the least of his problems, bro.
To be fair, I can't say I was ever the biggest Nines fan, but this album was very well put together. I will say that. There was a lot of that. I liked a lot of the songs, even the individual songs by himself. Obviously, what he's talking about in some contexts are probably not everything that I want to listen to, in the sense of like, I don't do the stuff he does on the side.
Are you sure, bro? In that Nike tech you're wearing, like, you look like, you know, you could be on the road, bro.
So what, the one time I wear Nike, I get it, but Tevin has been wearing it every episode, but nobody said nothing. So we know what he's doing, right?
You got it.
But today,
you got it zipped up to the neck and everything, bro. You look serious, like, you know, like you're about this.
We know what Tevin does then. I see what we're doing. Anyways, for me, one of the standout, as much as Clout came out first and it was a good song to listen to. Right, can I not talk about the song?
No, I was going to say, that's how West can afford our furlough, Tevin, from the last podcast. I get it now. See how you connected that together?
There we go. The leader of West London. Come on.
Go on, West.
I cannot say anything now, you know. Anyways, for me,
Church Road. What are you telling me?
Plug line. Don't worry, we got a plug. Nah, I'm joking. Aeroplane Mode with NSG was by far my favorite song on this album. You probably aren't shocked by that, but NSG
I'm not shocked
and the Nines collab, I was surprised to see them together. If I'm being honest, I didn't think they'd ever make a song together, but the way it came out, I was like, bruv, this is a complete vibe. This is a vibe from the visuals to the song. The other songs which I liked was I like the Heady One song, Ring-a-Ling. It sounded funny at the beginning, but as I got into it, I was a bit like, okay, I can see how this is get catchy. And Heady flowed on a, I'd say, slower tempo, and he was still bodying it with the bars for me. But as a whole, I could say that the whole album was good. I like the energy track with Scraps. That was a banger as well. But yeah, I can't lie. The album was solid for me. What's you man's thoughts, Tevin?
Yeah, man, I enjoyed the album. I definitely enjoyed the album, and like I said, because I am a Nines fan. I've been listening to since what, 1 Foot In, 1 Foot Out, all the But this album, I would definitely say, it's crazy. Do you know what? This is what's I feel bad about doing music reviews sometimes, because it's like I'm comparing all your music to your old music, even though you just brought something out. And I really like this album, but I wouldn't say that it's better than what's it called? Crop Circle. I personally wouldn't say it's better than Crop Circle. It's a great album, but like that's not even just my opinion. That's an opinion of other people I've spoken to when they listen to it. But this album is a vibe. It is a big vibe. And honestly, like you said, that track with NSG, that I never expected that from Nines, and that is actually a vibe. That is a big vibe. I think, yeah, man, he hit a lick with that one, and yeah, there are lots of tunes on here. And one person that really surprised me, or who had a lot more features than I'd expect, was Northside Benji. I don't know what the situation is with that guy and whatever it is, but it seems like Nines is flagging for this guy from, I think isn't he Canadian or something like that?
Yeah, he brought him on to Fire in the Booth.
Fire in the Booth. Yeah, and he's like, this is my artist, so he must somewhere. I'm like,
it must be an affiliation.
They have some affiliation. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is, but yeah, man, the album was good. I definitely enjoyed it. Very good listen. I'd recommend. What about you guys? Or who's next?
Who's next? Not me.
I mean,
Carry on.
Alright, cool. I think this album solidifies as Nine having one of the best discographies out of any artist in the UK.
1000%. I agree.
Like, in terms of projects, Nines doesn't miss. I'm a big Nines fan in it, so maybe I'm coming from a biased place. I've been a Nines fan since Church Road to Hollywood, innit? So I've always kind of banged for Nines, but he just knows how to put together a project, a real project. And honestly, this is going to be one of my favorite projects of the year. I can't even lie. It's going to be one of them. I'm not saying it's going to be the top, obviously, but it's definitely going to be one of my favorite of the year, because I just think instrumental wise,
his beat selection,
flows, bars, like it had a running theme. I mean, I know Nines goes with a similar theme, but I think this was very specific. Obviously, it's the same thing, so it's weird me saying this, but it's very specific to this situation and how even after all of this, he's still kind of going back and forth. I know it's kind of similar to all the rest, but I think it was more cohesive with this one. Airplane Mode was a vibes. However, saying that's the best track on there, I think is fucking offensive. That is flipping offensive.
I said
bro.
My favorite track.
Nah, lie, bro. It's still offensive.
Man, trying to
NIC is clearly the best track for one.
Yeah.
NIC.
When you said Church Road, that's what I meant. I've been listening since Church Road to Hollywood. I got it wrong.
Yeah. That's it. It's like I said, every tape he's dropped is banging. Like, I can't lie. Loyal to the Soil, One Foot In, Crop Circle, obviously. I think One Foot Out as well. Stalker was a vibe. I like the All Stars. He brought in some rappers that I fuck with. Like, I love Clavish, who's a young up-and-comer. Frosty's hard as well.
Frosty's hard.
But do you know who was most impressive? Louis Ray from West.
I was literally he's underrated.
His verse was mad.
Yeah.
His verse was mad. That impressed me so much. Like, I know he's sick. Like, I'm not taking that away from him, but he took it to another level on that one. But Monster was hard, where he was naming all the UK rappers in his verse. Like, there's bare track. Flavors was hard. Like, honestly,
it's a great album. It's a great album.
And is
really good album. Like I said, he needs to be appreciated for what? Gone? What'd you say?
No, I said no. Just the way his whole team has marketed it as well. Like, it's sick. Like, the visuals to the blimp and him going for number one. Like, everything has just, the rollout has been sick.
If he gets number one, that's very interesting.
Well, with the context,
Wegz, you look like you got something to say, bro.
Wegz has so much banter going through his head that he can't say.
Literally, bro. He's cracking himself up.
Bro, I'm watching his screen because he's there like...
Every time I speak, man will start smiling.
The whole time, bro. Doing that dumb smile.
Let's not do this, innit?
Hey, Wegz, let it fly, man.
Yeah, rip.
Dwain is complimenting the what do you call it? The team that are pushing his music. I just want to ask what's made it so good, even though them getting the number one is on the horizon, and I think it'll be.
You know what? I think he's over at XL Records. I think there's a girl called Ellie and there was another girl called Caroline that I know of. Just the way they market him and the way
Caroline from New Gen.
Yeah. Her. It's her.
Sorry, big boys. Sorry, ITK's out here.
They're out here, man. No,
you know what I'm saying?
It's her sister, I think, Ellie, that she's just sick with the way
Nah, Chris, it's your top see-through, bro. Shut up, don't chat to me. Some man with a see-through top chatting to be live, bro.
Hey, man says George Michael. Matting. Now.
My guy, it makes my arms look 1 minute. What can I say, cuz?
Wear a regular vest if you want to do that. What the fuck?
Fam, Dad dropped that straight out of nowhere, fam.
Hey, I'm tired, bro. I'm tired today. I apologize, bro.
Yeah, it's just mocking. And you know what I like about him is it's the short films that I'm a fan of that still, because I felt like that helped me like the album even more. Like seeing that, even though like all the songs weren't played, but just a storyline of him always lending favors, and I think he was talking to a therapist as well. No, man, it's well put together. You're still smiling. So what else do you want to say?
I just want to ask, what's your thoughts on the Clout video?
You want me to hate him?
This guy was been waiting to ask that the whole time.
The whole time.
That's all.
Man comes from Church Road. I come from Gravesend in Kent. What do you want me to do?
Wegz don't care about your review. Wegz don't give two shits about your review.
You know what? It's good that we can all banter about it and talk about it. It's all fun.
Nah.
It's funny.
That day was wild. That day was wild still.
It was. But
Were you that confident to be dropping your hometown on the pod? Yeah, Dwain.
Yeah. Who's coming to Gravesend? Tell me.
Yeah,
That's
no
actually a
one
fair
said
point. That's a fair point.
Even you don't want to be in Gravesend.
You don't need to say it like that. Jesus. But then, I mean, Wegz, you done now? You finished?
I'm out of questions. Anyone got any more questions? Anyone? Question. I do have a question, to be fair, just on the album. What's everyone's thoughts, just on a side note, about Nate Smalls?
Nate Smalls is a bruv. He's a talent that doesn't get recognized enough. He is wavy. And the maddest thing is, like, you see in this melodic rap shit that people have now tried to, which has been a lot of US trap sound. Nate Smalls has been doing this since like 2014 or God knows whenever, like early, way before everybody else. And he deserves all the props and the fame he's getting now. He deserves to keep rising, man. The kid he's put work in. I rate him.
I like him. I'm not gonna act like I've been listening to a bit of his shit, but everything I've heard of him I quite like. But then that's my kind of artist anyway. So I quite like this.
The only track I've ever liked is the one with Skepta. Every song that he's been on since then, I've just questioned his verse. For me, he just don't do it. I don't get it. I don't get it. For me,
I'm surprised at that. I thought that would be your back. I can't.
I agree.
He just sounds.
That's your thing.
He just sounds a bit too different to be on, like, I wouldn't say UK music, but like I feel like that when you hear it on American music, it's a different sound to UK. Yeah,
it's a different.
But I feel like that sound is crossing over though, isn't it? Because like M Hunter is kind of like a fine balance of the two, bruv. Like that kind of singing melodic. I would say he's probably closest.
I'm still banging out on Hunter Levy the first, Sick project.
I don't rate M Hunter.
I wish we was doing the pod.
Wow. Tev, you don't rate M Hunter?
What's your beef with him?
Not really.
What is your beef with him?
No, bro, it's just not. It's nah. It's never stuck for me, man. It's never stuck for me.
What don't you rate, fam?
I just. It just don't stick for me, fam. It don't stick. You know how some people can hate on like Big Sean, or some people can hate on Wale. We're very, very good artists, but they just say that it just doesn't stick for them. Nah, I'm the same, man. M Huncho, that's not my cup of tea.
This is how I feel every time you talk about half the people you man talk about, bro. You know, I was doing that last album yesterday. I was there, or last week. I was there like.
What did I say before?
You man did AD a disservice, bro. I just remembered, fam.
Who?
AD,
fam, or whatever, fam. Bro, he had one of the best verses on that album. None of you man.
His verse was cold, bruv. His verse was very, very cold.
Hey, if he has a problem, he can email us, innit?
Huh?
If he has a problem, he can email us, innit?
Whoa.
I hope so, bro.
Hear me?
That's what happens when you leave you niggas to do it by yourself, bruv.
Yeah,
you need the cab to be up there, bro.
I hadn't listened to it too much, so I did. Yeah, like I said, I was freshly listening to it, so I hadn't really deeped the verse. But fair enough. I'll go back and I'll have to go and double check the verse.
You know that sounds back, man. Other than Nines, who else would you say has like a solid discography from the UK? Because I think that comment from you, Dan, was very valid, as in him like solidifying he's got one of the best. But who else?
I think he has the best. Maybe Kano.
I think he probably does have the best.
I can't lie. I'm personally I'm throwing in Blade Brown. Blade Brown has a serious catalog of albums. Serious catalog. I'm throwing his name in there.
I mean, they're all mixtapes, though, isn't it? But yeah, I guess same thing. It don't matter.
But nah, Bags and Boxes as a series is wait.
Yeah, but the Bags and Boxes are sick, though.
Yeah, I think personally, for me, that is the best UK catalog or series of mixtapes. Nah, it's not even trilogy. There's 4 of them now.
Yeah, it's 4. And then he's got like Financial Times.
And
man. He's cold.
Wait, what about
Who
you,
else
bro?
is there, though? I feel like I said, Kano.
Sick.
Ollie Murs is.
Skepta does not have a solid discography. I'm sorry, he does not.
Who?
Wait, I'm gonna ignore that.
There's a couple wayward albums I can be like, this was mid, fam. And I'm a big Skepta fan. I'm a very big Skepta fan, but his discography is not solid like that, man.
I think his last album was meaty, fam.
Nah, I liked his last album. But I think
talking about OG.
Couple tracks.
Nah, anyone who you think has a good discography.
But it's different because there's
when you say discography, how many albums deep do you need to be like for we can say it's a discography?
I'm saying at least 3.
At least 3.
At least 3.
I'm gonna say that person. Man.
You're gonna say Huss, innit?
Huss is a shout, though.
I get it.
Huss is a good shout.
Fucking with UK music, so I don't really have much to tell you.
Huss is a very good shout.
Well, I've listened.
That's why Wegz is styling, bro. Man started listening to UK music in 2016, so man don't know.
This agenda's gonna come up every flipping podcast, bro.
This is what we're doing again. I see you. I was gonna say Wiley, but you know, that's my 2 cents on it.
Wiley hasn't, but Wiley, he does. Honestly, lads,
Wiley,
you can't discredit Wiley because Wiley
he does. He has too much music, though.
That's what I'm saying. He's got way too much music, bro.
He has like 100 mixtapes, bro. What are we counting? Like, there's too much. It's too much, bro.
No. But he's got classics within those 100 mixtapes. He
does, yeah. But you know my problem with that? That's like throwing everything in the wall and seeing what sticks, bro.
Yeah.
If I make 100 tunes and release all of them, bro, one of them's gonna bang.
Yeah.
You've made 1,000 tunes.
Do it, Dan. Let's do it, man.
100. Let's go, man.
That's like he's saying the law of averages. If I just keep spitting the air, someone will.
That's what I hope in my head anyway. One day, fam.
And who would you say is on that trajectory to have a wavy discography? Obviously, Huss, people will say Huss, but out of the new
probably
definitely Huss.
Dave.
And
yeah, Huss is
Dave.
Huss is definitely Dave.
You're not putting Stormzy in there now.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah,
I have never listened to a Stormzy project and thought this.
What? You've never even listened?
No, I have listened, but to say, I feel like he's still getting better. But to say classics, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I think
the first one is, I'll say the second one, everyone is a bit like, don't know about this one.
My thing is, the second one's better than the first one. It's just people are bored of Stormzy because they think he's too mainstream.
Oh, now this is a new take. Go on, elaborate.
There's a lot of
elaborate. I ain't heard this one.
Gang Signs and Prayers was good when it came out. Yeah,
it was a moment.
But there's a lot of crap music on there, fam. So
crap.
What's that?
Like what? You're dropping.
Velvet.
Let me hear this.
Velvet is a dead thing.
No, what Velvet?
Yeah, come on, bro. Let's be real. At the time, I know you man are on your sweet boy thing, yeah, but bro, Velvet's kind of dead, you know.
Rangi's a sweet boy then, bro. That's his bag, fam.
Second dead tune, Cigarettes and Kush.
Yeah, that didn't age well.
You're right.
Kilani was awful on that.
Crash.
And so was Stormzy.
I'll give you that one.
What else was on that was dead, fam? I need to bring up the track list, and this thing.
I'm on the track list now.
You can't. Those like Blinded by My Grace, even though that's not for me.
Oh yeah. Blinded by My Grace. Thank you. Blinded by My Grace 2. One is alright. 2 is dead, fam. I don't care what the one says. I get it, but nah. Sorry, that tune's dead.
Dan wasn't going to church these times, fam. That's why.
Nah, it's not about that. It's just forcing it. It's not a good song.
What about Return of the Rucksack? You like that?
Yep.
No, that was hard.
Nah, I don't think that is you know.
Needy tune.
Yeah.
He stole the flow off Dizzy, and it's still not as good, bro.
Bro, you really?
The rest of the album's good though. I'm just the thing is, it sounds mad negative because you've asked me to pick out the tunes that I don't like.
Yeah, because
it sounds mad negative because it's you, Dan, bro.
No, if you deep what Dan's saying, that means he said first is good, Cole's.
Yeah, bro. Look how many tracks I'm saying are good.
Nah. You know what? Yeah.
Like majority of the album's good, you know. Gang Signs and Prayer. But maybe it was the moment. It was a big moment when
That's what I'm saying. And because it was number one and like everyone was excited. Ganti.
Hey, as much as we're talking about being negative, I had this idea and I thought, do I want to do it? Nah, I'm gonna let it go. Hey, I think we should all pick our favorite artist and pick out their 5 or 10 worst songs. Like, we should do that.
Okay.
I like that. Still.
Yeah.
Literally,
I
like,
think we could do that.
like,
we could do that.
Pick out,
Yeah,
I want to do Skepta because I've listened to some of the old tunes, bro. There's some
Like
hot
that.
ass.
Listen.
Some of them.
Let me tell you something, yeah. I'd never fucked with UK music. What put me off UK music was hearing that fool go, thrown in the bin, your CD gets thrown in the bin. After I heard that, I was like,
Hey, that's like, I mean, that's a classic freestyle.
that's stupid.
Come on, man.
Classic freestyle on the time. What does it get?
You weren't ready for the grime energy, bro.
Yeah.
Grime energy had terrible
ready,
bars,
bro.
bro.
But Rangi,
Yep.
you listened to the Nines album, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your thoughts on it?
Yeah, so I listened to it 3 times now. I listened to it today, obviously, because I knew I was
Yeah.
doing the pod, but bruv, every time for each 3 listens, yeah, it just gets better and better, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's so many good tunes on there. I feel like he proper took his time with this one. I feel like he wanted to make this one like his classic. He wanted to go for that one, bro. But I don't know if people could probably. I don't know if you might will feel like other projects are better. But for me, in terms of the way it sounds, I was very impressed in it. And the features as well, bruv, it's just top notch in it. I'm not gonna lie. So I was very impressed. That's a nice though.
What was your favorite track?
My favorite track, I really like Flex. And it's probably not. It's not everyone's favorite track, but I really like that track.
Yeah.
I like Ring-a-Ling.
Hey.
Ring-a-Ling, that's hard. I like the NSG track. What's the airplay mode? What's the airplay mode?
Yeah, boy.
That's what Wegz wanted him to say first, man. Wegz wanted Max to say that one first. I could tell, bro.
Real, man.
The one of Tick the Ufa.
Yeah.
Is it called Nick? Yeah. That one's hard. But there's too many hard. And my favorite one, Stalker Interlude. You know, I like that when they talk about the gal and that. Do that little bit in the section where he's just talking to the girl, going back and forth.
Yeah.
Snoochie Shy. Isn't that Shy?
Yeah, it was Snoochie Shy still.
Snoochie
Oh,
Shy,
yeah,
innit?
I didn't even know
Yeah.
that. But anyway,
Yeah.
bro, because I feel like I've had those conversations. I was like, bro, you're just moving mad right now, bro.
I can't lie, yeah. That track, I thought you and Dwain would love that track. Because I feel like that was the most R&B influenced track on the album.
No, that track's hard, bro.
Yeah, that track is cool.
That track's hard. Oh, and there's one track, I forgot what it's called, yeah, where he's just basically talking about other artists, where he says, I do this like AJ, I've got a certain like AJ Tracy.
Monster.
Yeah, that's the track. Yeah. That track is hard as well. That track is hard. Yeah, no, Nines, bro, he really went in with this one. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, can I ask something?
Yo,
Do you man rate, you see airplane mode, yeah? You man rate NSG's verses?
Yep.
I find it funny, like nigga left back like Benjamin Mendy.
Hey, that was a
I
bar.
find it funny, bro.
that's better.
I find it funny.
No, with NSG, they provide just vibes. Innit?
Listen,
That's their
for
thing.
me, yeah.
They're vibey.
What let me down about that song? Like, I think the song's sick, by the way. I think the hook is sick. I think Nines is sick. Then NSG come with the verses, and I'm like, yo, skip that quick. God, their verses are terrible, bro.
Yeah, Dan, you don't
Yeah,
like
but what are you expecting,
Verses
right?
are terrible.
No,
But they've done better. I'm saying they've done better on their own tracks. Those
they
verses
have.
were bad, fam.
That makes sense,
The
bro.
hook was
Save the
sick,
best for
though.
your own music, innit? Save the best verses for your own tune.
Man, you gotta be best. Anytime you step into that studio, bro, you gotta be ready to
Yeah,
go.
I feel like you got to put your best in everything, but hey.
Yeah, man, in everything. And just NSG are just vibes, innit? Like, but you're right, they've definitely done better.
Nah,
on their
they're
own.
better than vibes.
project.
That's what that's why I expect better.
Bro, Prince looks like an uncle, bro. Look at the way he's folded his arms.
Innit?
Let's talk about something else, bro. Sony bonds, bruv. I'm
Chris
tired.
is all the smoke today, fam. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, bruv, man came on in a see-through shirt, bruv. What do you expect, bruv?
You get me? I'm calm.
Free the nipples, yeah? Free the nipples.
Hey, Tevin said that he came on looking like a lost member of JLS. Mad thing.
Trust.
Oh.
Hey, listen. Hey, drop the OnlyFans link, my guy.
Hey, relax, bro. Relax.
Innit?
I think it's a bit sus that you're asking still, but okay.
Bruv, I think it's sus that you
1%
came to the
before
man.
Let's go.
That's wild.
what's that thing? Top 1% in the world, yeah, with Safari. Up there with Safari, bro.
Do you know what the thing is? Yeah, I could be pissed, yeah, but I could outdress every one of you easily.
Oh, that's a lie. But yeah,
I'm consistent, bro. Listen, I follow some titties and asses, bro. I don't know what the fuck's going on in the rest of your profile.
come on. No, the vibes.
That's real shit. No cap.
Yeah.
If I didn't follow like just random names, the only people I have on Instagram would be you, man, bro.
Yeah, that's kind of a dead thing still. I can't lie.
Bro, you are filthy, man. You are a filthy human being, man. A man, without the man,
that was mad harsh, bro. Where did they become?
Yeah, bruv, not even football, not anything sports related. Man said,
Bro, is there a target on my back, bro? Is there a target on my back, bro?
I don't know, but we can see your back. We can see your back.
We can see your bare back. Jesus, fam.
Hey, yo. Hey, take a pause.
Yeah.
I can see your lungs.
Trust me, bro. Nah. You know what's funny?
To be fair, I wore this to the gym and I haven't had a chance to get changed. That's
but big man, the fact you wore that outside your house is a crime to begin with.
You're talking about got your heart with me again.
Boy. Oh my god.
I'm saying in the gym, it's breathable. You get that air in there. Shouts to Mo Gilligan.
Oh, is that what it's for? The gym?
That's what I just said, bro.
Okay,
you know when it comes to banter, bro, the truth means nothing, fam. The facts mean nothing because.
Hey, Chris, you know what's funny? You know what is funny when you're saying that you didn't like that Skepta freestyle thrown in the bin. Well, fam, that T-shirt needs to get thrown in the bin.
Wegz wants to be interrogated today, bro.
I hear
for what everyone,
bro. Like half the man they were and ripping Chris about his red cloak that he's wearing, fam.
But you do that for sure.
That's a cloak.
Fam, I don't know what it is, fam. I don't know what to call it.
Wegz, you wanted to draw him out again because you didn't have to say cloak.
To be fair, it can't be Wegz every week, man. It can't be Wegz every week, man. It's cool. I'll be the guy this time.
But
do the promo vids on me, innit? Funny guys, what's our podcast?
I said for content's sake.
Chris is vexed, man. Right. Sorry. Sorry, bro. Damn, you can record too, you know.
That's funny.
Anyway, this is getting cut, by the way. Now,
exactly what people listen to.
I was gonna say, people would rather that than probably.
You need to understand, Wegz. People are assholes. They like to see hatred, man. They love that shit.
Why do you think the argument between Poet and Miles went flipping viral?
Because that was
people who never.
That was when you go watch the video. That's the name of the video. Is Poet and Miles go right, something like that.
We can't be too structured because it looks fake when we're scripted. I'm not trying to be scripted.
I'm not trying to be scripted out here, man. Man just wants to cut everyone.
Wegz wants to be Good Morning Britain, bro.
Piers Morgan.
Nah. So I hear what you lot are saying, and I'm not saying that we won't have it. But what I'm saying also is that we've got on to Chris 3 times in this podcast about the same thing.
Yeah, but it's the theme.
I like Wegz. It was twice. You just had to get your 2 cents in by calling it a cloak.
Yeah, 2 twos. It would have been calm if you didn't overdo it.
Sometimes, you're gonna be Miles, bro. 1 week I might be Miles, you might be Miles, Chris might be Miles. Just today, it happens like that sometimes.
Rangi, you got a bit.
I got called Professor X, bro. We skipped over that.
True say.
Rangi, you gotta have better to be Miles, man.
Wait, Professor X. I was confused. Wait, what? What did you say there?
So if you was here.
1 week, them man try to say man's Professor X because I'm bald, man. But they try to skip over it like they didn't. They try to skip over it like they didn't say it as well.
Yeah, that was jokes.
That's cool.
I might say Professor Xavier because his book because you got a bar lead, bro. That is funny.
I don't even think that's why it was said.
Dwain, that's worse, man. You can't say bar lead.
Yeah, I know. Dwayne's trying to rob.
Nah. He called me blind, bro. Blind, man.
Well, Rangi, I'm guessing you got the first trim, am I?
No, Rangi, allow me, bro. He called me blind, bro. Allow me, bro.
I got a first trim.
Chris is trying to mark on a slide, you know.
Why? How?
What do you mean?
How you see? Hey,
My guy,
Do you know what? Wegz acts like he don't want it, but he's the one that tries to instigate it all the
Fam,
time, bro.
Hold on.
Same.
Everyone, I get it the most. In real life.
Yeah, but why do you think if you get it the most, it's usually because people are retaliating, isn't it? That's what I'm saying.
Wegz is the instigator.
It's never like that.
All I'm saying is today, Wegz is the instigator. I see what he's trying to do, bro. I see the game. Look, don't pull that face.
Who's the quietest right now? Deep, who's the quietest?
Tevin.
Exactly.
Tevin, but he's not paying attention.
Look at him. He's acting all shocked. Me? What is
Tevin's looking for his baddie of the week, innit? On the Insta.
Hey, listen, just a new segment. Shall we talk about basketball since it's been off late? Right.
I'm playing.
All right, people, thank you very much for clocking in to the Part Timers podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed these man roasting me. I'm going to get onto these man later, innit? Don't worry. I'll let you know how it goes. But anyways, people, do you know what I mean? I've been Chris, Dan, Wegz, Rangs, Tevin, Dwain. You know who we are already, man. Thank you very much for clocking into the Part Timers podcast.